when you private contract these things out to hired guns, they have to find something. So they're not there because they're not there on a long-term basis. They're there to do it, you know, to get their hit and get out, make their money and get hired again. Why are they going to get hired again? Because they've made money for the federal government, for the agents. That is a horrific way of doing regulation. That's what this administration is about. It's about punishing. It's about punishing people who succeed in America. It's about having government say, this is the way you have to do everything. It's about micromanaging. I use the example of healthcare. I don't know if you've ever heard the term medical loss ratios. In December, part of Obamacare was implemented that's causing all of your health insurance premiums to go up, and most folks have never heard of it. It's called medical loss ratios. We have Catherine Sebelius, the head of the Department of Health and Human Services, put out a regulation that says that health insurance companies, when dealing with large employers, which of course is what most of the health insurance industry is, has to pay out of their premiums 85 cents of every dollar on medical claims. Now imagine if we came here to the coffee shop and said, you have to spend, of all the money you get in, 85% of it has to go in that cup, coffee. The rest, all this other stuff, you know, the decorations, the marketing, the signs, all the other, that comes out of your hire. But you have to provide service as far as coffee. 85% of your cost has to be coffee. What business can survive with the government telling you how much money you have to spend on your product? Well, and 85%. Well, there are states, by the way, some that have medical loss ratio minimums, but they're usually the 60-65. This is 85. And so what's happening? Well, you have to remember, you have to pay your insurance agents, you have to pay all your administrative costs, you have to pay all of your administrative, your processing claims. All that's got to come out of the 15%. So what's happening? Most insurance companies, of course, have tremendously cut back on their insurance. If any health insurance agencies will tell you, on average, 50% cut on health insurance agents. And they've had to raise premiums. Why? Because 15% of $100 is not as much as 15% of $150. So they need to, they increase their premiums so they can get more money to pay for the cost of their marketing their product. So it's again government micromanagement of business. It's a difference between the approach I take and the approach this